Hello everybody and welcome back to another Terraria video. This is Darkin, and I thought that today, since my tour video of my last tour video, which is the first video on this channel, actually did very well, I thought that maybe we could look through some of my older videos, older worlds, and take a little look through those and see my improvement over the years and other things, and just have a little history of my Terraria development anyways, so I thought that would be cool. Alright, so I have a lot of characters here. I have Glaive, which is the main character that is in all of my videos. He is the newest character I've built. You can see I've done quite a few hours on him. But I also have Sir Bucketon. You're gonna see a lot of weird names in this because I don't know. I'm just don't question it. I don't know, I liked buckets, and I thought it was a funny word, so I named a character after him. I like his design, actually. He's pretty cool. The reason why I have Brother Bucketon here is because on the same world that he was in, I actually lost that character, and then found him again. But in that time, I made this character to replace Sir Bucketon, which is his brother, his long-lost brother. Next is Constructor, which is just my cheating character. I'll go on to a Builder's Workshop, which is a world of literally just every item in the game. So I gave him god gear, everything, and he helps me make my adventure maps and stuff. Jane isn't really important. I made her for Pedguin's server. Mick is my first character. You will see my earliest character, at least. In this Terraria computer. Yeah, so I actually have characters earlier than Mick, but unfortunately they have been lost. Same with a couple worlds. So we're not going to see my earliest worlds, but we are going to see some earlier worlds. Now we have Steven. He's Steven, the rock blue-haired golem. I created him thinking that was the way how to spell Steven, but I assumed with my great literary knowledge that Steven was spelled with an A, because I'm smart. Next we have Taran, who is based on a D&D character. So I'll just start off with my main character, because the earliest world I have is, I lost the character for it, and the character was called Princess Leia, and the world was called Star Wars. And I'm not even a Star Wars fan. I legitimately only made the world named Star Wars because Terraria has the hairstyle of Princess Leia, and I was like, oh, I'll make Princess Leia. That'll be cool. And then I legitimately did nothing about Star Wars. So go into this world not expecting anything about Star Wars, because I literally just played the game. So this is my earliest one. You can see I made builds quite regularly. There are just, I think, oh, I remember this update. This was the update where the hammer just was introduced, and it was the first time I ever, well, not the hammer was introduced, but the hammer changing up blocks shapes was introduced. And so I was experimenting with that a bit. There isn't much to this world, but here's my first starter house. It's not too impressive. I made a little hospital, the nurse, and then of course a classic like NPC prison here. I tried to make it look good. Like how old was I when I made this? I don't know, but I think I was around 14 when I made this world. These are my skills of a 14-year-old, so little house for the guide. And then here was the only thing I was actually proud of. Well, actually, I was 14. I was probably proud of everything. I was making a bridge, a cool ice bridge, and I never finished it because I never got enough Gemspark walls. I think Frozen was out this year. Maybe not. Maybe it was the year after, but I had just watched Frozen and I wanted to make something inspired by that. Don't judge me. And I did, and it's actually like one of the few first builds I actually made that was impressive. I think this is it for this world though. I didn't play too much on this. So pretty small, a lot smaller than my newer worlds. I gave up on worlds a lot easier back then. This whole thing was going to be like a museum of some sort, but I never went through with it, and I never made it. This world will forever just be a little mark of history for me. But never that impressive. So the next one is with Mick here, so my earliest character from on this computer. But it is the World of Life. So I have two backups of it. So when I was 15, and then when I went back onto it when I was 17. So I'll show you the 15-year-old me one first. Oh, look at this, a blood moon, of course. Well, maybe, yeah, I'll show you this. And slime is falling from the sky. They just do not let this video be nice to me, will they? Yeah, so you can see I built my house in a tree, and I improved it greatly, and then once I was 17, but yeah, it's none of this is going to be too impressive. I don't know why. It's all just to see my improvement, right? So, like, normally I wouldn't show this stuff because it's not that great, but you know, it's not terrible, I guess. And I used to do this all the time. I used to have every single mannequin with every single armor I got. I never beat Golem on this one, so I never even beat the Lunar Cultist. I'm a terrible Terraria player. I do it for the building. I don't normally play for... I do like the boss battles and stuff. They are a lot of fun, but definitely what I stay for is the building. And there's like these treetop houses. I like these. They're cool, but again, comparing them to my improved version, I think they're a bit better. A little house. This was for the Guns Dealer. Guns and Glory, of course. And then I have this house right here. Little house here. And I believe... Yes. Yeah, okay. Right here is my monster farm where I was fighting the mechanical... Oh, not monster farm, but battle arena, where I was fighting the mechanical bosses, which took me forever to beat, because I was really dumb. Eventually, I tore this all down. Oh, here. This is something interesting. So the game, you used to be able to capture things out of statues, right? So once you captured them, you could sell them, and like if you went AFK here, you could like have like stacks upon stacks of stuff, but in later updates they made it so that you can't actually capture stuff from statues, and which kind of sucks, but it's fine. I think that's it actually, and that is the World of Life. Yeah. So we're gonna exit here. Okay, so the next one is it's the Martinet Nation with Sir Bucketon. So a little bit of history on this one. So I first created Sir Bucketon, and then the Martinet Nation, it was actually not even on my computer, but I played on it because it was on my friend's computer and we connected through Steam. So this is one of the only multiplayer worlds I actually went on. It's one that also started around 2015, looks like that, nearing 2016. Well, I'll let it speak for itself. So a lot of this isn't built by me, it's built by my friend. Oh, wow. Oh, geez. This is nostalgic for me. I haven't been on here in a very long time, but I worked on this world for a very long time. Okay, so this is one of my only expert worlds where yeah, I think it actually is like the only one I played on, and I hated it because it was way too hard for me. Again, not too great at this game. At the very beginning, my decision was to live in the jungle. I wanted to live in the jungle. So I built a little shack here that later turned into this giant tree. Oh, and this was like one of my most proud accomplishments, was this little this tree fountain thing, and I loved it so much. I built all this, by the way, if you haven't noticed already. Here, let's look on the map. Yeah, holy crap. I spent so long on this, but yet I never finished it. The idea was to have these vines like going through the whole thing, but yet I didn't finish it. And I made all these little bridges. I'm pretty proud of this. This looks cool. Even now, it still looks cool. And I made this tavern here. Pretty big. I don't usually make buildings this big anymore. I find them too spacious and it's hard to fill in all the little details. And they'll look a lot more cozy if they're smaller, but that's what I did when I was younger. I think this is pretty much everything I built in here. But if we go back to the hub, so here's where this is his place. I don't know if he wants his name on here. so I won't say it. Actually, he probably is fine with it, but I still, out of respect. So he built a giant tree. This was his building here. And holy crap, like, I can only imagine how long this took him. We spent way too much time on this. Like, oh god. So many memories. He built a little dynasty house right here. Oh, this is great. And what else did he build? Oh, wow. This is like... This was his full crafting area and full storage area. I guess this was made in Christmas time. That's great. So we made like the dome around the whole thing, like this thing. That was, I think he made that actually. And then after seeing that, I wanted to make it over here in the jungle, which I did. Oh, I forgot to show you that. That's fine. Then he kept on expanding onto it and it was like, we should make a truck just in the side of this building. So that's what we did. There's a truck here that is like just wedged in the side of this building. Oh, I love it so much. With single player, I always took it very seriously, I guess. I always was like, oh, everything needs to be consistent. But with multiplayer, I'm like, nah, it doesn't need to be anything. It can be literally anything that we want. And I would just go crazy. Like, I built a couple things. I helped him build that truck there, but he did most of it. He did most of the spawn area here. Again, I was mainly down in the jungle. But I really do wish we kind of merged our two styles together to make something a little bit more hectic and weird. But instead, I kind of just isolated myself in the jungle. He built this thing. It's a nice little... I think it's a shop. Yeah, we wanted to make shops for each other and stuff like that. But they never really worked out, and we never bought anything from each other. So on early game, since it was so hard, like, to move to the jungle from my place, before we had... Oh, I built this. Oh, I'll show that later. Before we had teleporters and everything, we had to... I literally spent, like, 5 minutes, well, it's probably, that's an over-exaggeration. Oh, I don't have a teleportation thing. Spent like 5 minutes just going around on this railroad here. So this was like one of the first things we built was a railroad. And I would constantly go on it from here all the way to the jungle. And then it would end somewhere here. And I had my little shack here. And then I would die by a freaking jungle bat or something constantly over and over and over again. And then I'd come back and then ride the whole way back. I think he built this. Well, yeah, he did build it. Of course he did. I don't know how directly inspired it is to an image he saw. This is one of the builds I was like, holy crap, man, this looks so good. And he was really proud of it. And I was proud of him for building it. He also has like a digging fetish. This looks like a mob farm. Looks like it got a little bit destroyed, but that's fine. I haven't played on this in a while, so like I'm kind of experiencing this with you. Mine is more of a nostalgia trip, though. I don't think I think the furthest boss we got was the twins. Like we defeated the destroyer, but we didn't defeat anything else. Skeletron Prime and the twins both, we just didn't have time. You can see it gets really boring going on these things, so we made them a little bit more interesting. And here we are. So what does this say? Sir Bucketon Secret Desert Town. This doesn't make any sense. Desert and snow right beside each other. Yeah, that doesn't. I don't like that. I wish they always separated it by some, like, normal biome or something. But they don't. They put, like, desert and snow right next to each other. The Dye Trader is the one that looks like the most... The Dye Trader is the one that looks the most like he would be in the desert. I think that's supposed to be racist. I'm not racist. This was some small base that Nathaniel made. Oh, yeah. So he made like a weird base here, and then I just turned it into like a part of the thing. Oh, that's his name. All right, too bad. Nathaniel's his name. That's also why it's called the Martinet Nation, because my name's Marcus and his name is Nathaniel. So... yeah, this used to be all desert. It looked a lot better when it was all desert instead of hollow. I think this was inspired by, what is that movie? Ringo or something. Rango. I don't remember. But yeah, I kind of like the, oh, look at that. made a solution to get through. Yeah, but I kind of like the whole jankiness of this, like, unstable thing here. I like it. It's cool. What is this? Sir Bucketon's secret desert town, Sir Bucketon's secret village. So then I made a little secret village. And it's also all Hallow now. I made this before it was hard mode, so apple willow tree. Yeah, that's an apple willow tree. Yeah, and then I made a little house. Oh wow, I don't usually make buildings this thick anymore. I think that was a building tip by Chippy who gave it to me, but I soon grew out of it and didn't like the thickness of these thick boys. This is like a blacksmith, Spiffy's Blacksmithy. That's a reference to an old Minecraft game I played with the same guy, Nathaniel. And I think that's it. So yeah, here we go. Back in here. So Bucketon's famous House of Tree. Oh man. When you're on multiplayer, you seem to name a bunch more stuff. Just so that your friends can look at it and go like, haha, that's funny. But here we go. Here's the outside little bridge here with some brown paint on it apparently. Oh geez, I'm weak. And then here's the dock. Yeah, so I made... this is the first ever pirate ship I've ever made, and the only ever pirate ship I've ever made. It's okay, it's very bland, I have to say. But I did fill it up with gold, so that's always a plus, and the dude lives here, so... There's a dungeon in the pirate ship, that's interesting. And I think that's it for the Martinet Nation. So the next one is, after the Martinet Nation, is Building World. Yeah, so I started off Building World as a world to build in. So yeah, this was purely when I started trying to make everything look very pretty. And here's like a very cartoony-esque castle. But I still think it looks good. And this is when you can see I started working with layers. So making this actually the background, but it's the exterior instead of the interior of the build, which was a completely new thought to me, and I thought it was an absolute genius for doing it. Yeah, so then another NPC storage unit with a bunch of stuff. And I didn't build much on this. For a world called Building World, I didn't do much. It's mainly just, I made a castle, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll build in this every day, forever. And then I didn't. This was going to be a hub, and then we can go to the... Yeah, this is cool. I want to implement this into my world, too, because I find it very interesting. It's like an old, overgrown stone carving of a human being. So this one has, like, the moon in his hand, and then I don't think I made another one, but there was supposed to be one at the end of the jungle with the sun in his hand. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I still think it's pretty cool. So I think I might take a little bit of inspiration from this build I made a while back and maybe implement it into the world I am working on now. But so far I haven't done it. I haven't done much in the jungle, actually. And did I make anything over here? Nope, it's not even a teleporter. So I built a castle, and then I built a little dude. And that's Building World. Then, the next one is... The Great Snoop. The Great Snoop is with Steaven. I apologize for the weird-ass names I give my worlds and characters, but usually how I name something is I'm like, ooh, something, and then I just say something, and then I write it down. So yeah, this is a nice world. I like this world. Oh boy, he's slow. So yeah, Steaven's Wizard Tower is this. This is when I started getting better at building, I think. By the way, these are in order of how old it is. So like every single world I go through is like me maybe a year, a couple months after each other. Steaven's Wizard Tower of Doom and Coziness. I think this is actually a really nice build. I'm a sucker for like weird crane things, and I love them. And I didn't fish in this world, but this would look a lot better with some crates in it. It is very cozy in here, I have to say. But I think there's a bit more. Yeah, so here's a little inn, I think it's called. It's just an inn, experimenting with room types instead of just rectangles. Didn't work out that well, but you know, you gotta experiment to learn. The come in, I like puns. And this is my first house. And I think I was trying to do like a death count. I don't think I stick to that. I think there's a bunch more deaths that I just didn't bother picking up and putting them back. And then I had a journal entry. First day I made a house. First night, blood moon. Died 3 times. Joe the guide almost died, but barely made it. Is it still Joe? It's still Joe. So this is the first ever guide I had, and he's still there. Very nice. I used to do these journal entries all the time just to give the world a little bit more of an intrigue. But eventually I stopped doing them. Oh, and there's another one over here. Very simple design. Me, I'm always trying to isolate the corruption in every single one of my worlds. I do it for every single one of my worlds, just because I'm so worried that it will spread over and destroy my world, and I like the whole neatness of it all. We have my storage room right here and a crafting room. Looks pretty incomplete. I didn't do too much in this world. Pretty much I built the wizard tower and then I was done. I don't even think I beat hard mode. No, I didn't. The wall of flesh still hasn't been beaten, so I didn't spend too much time in this. But yeah, I still really do enjoy this design of this like almost like angular wizard tower. I think it does look very nice. I wonder how old I was when I'm thinking 17. I'm only 18 now, by the way. Yeah, so what have we done? We've done World of Life. Oh, World of Life 2017. We gotta do that one too. So as you can see, I'm spawning over here. Just using my main character to make it easier. And then I made this whole hub thing, which took me a while, but it still looks quite nice. This is still the same world. You'll see the similarities soon. And there's like all these teleporters, very nice and organized. Chests, also pretty nice and organized. And then I come out here, and here's this. You remember this? What does this say? Here lies Marquis, the guy who had a name sort of like mine, but a lot more gay. And for that, he will forever be remembered as the best damn arms dealer there was. Rip Marquis. And looky here, it looks quite different, doesn't it? So I have a tree now. This isn't different at all, but I made this stem a lot, the trunk a lot different. Over here, pretty much the same, but I did these trees. If you haven't seen my newest, oh, that's really cool. I should have done that in my world too. If you haven't seen my newest speed build, you might recognize the design of these trees because I pretty much ripped them off. I made them in this world first, and then I ripped them off in my newest speed build to fill in the space in my spawn area. But that's really cool. But I didn't put these mushrooms in here, but I really should. They really add to the scenery. I think it looks good. Dryad's house. I don't think I showed that last time. I didn't. I don't think I showed a lot of this world. Yeah, this house was here before. I didn't even change this. This isn't even new. This was in the old 2015 one too. Just pretty much to store NPCs. And then teleporter. Here's something I was working on, but I never finished, which is my water wheel place. I'll show you how it works. Oh, come on. Really? Blood Moon? Too bad. It's very empty because it's obviously not finished, but here's how it works. The water goes down there, and then it's supposed to turn the water wheel. But I don't keep it on because it will flood my world, because pumps are odd and they duplicate water, which I don't understand, but I just accept. What's over there? Oh, there's a Christmas house. Yeah. I built that a while back. I think that was last Christmas that I built that. And then that was the last build I built in this whole entire world until I started my newest world, which was Wander the World, which is the world you've seen multiple times if you watch my channel. Yeah, so this is a Christmas build. So this is just a small little Christmas build I made. It was the last build until I made the new world, but this is what it looks like. I think it's pretty nice. It's definitely has some block variation and a little bit of interesting shape to it. I think that's it for this whole world, so it looks, I think, yeah, that is. It is it for this whole world, so we'll move on to the next. Okay, so the next world is with Taran. Here we are. And he was on, oh, what was he on? It might be the boop, but I'm not too sure. Here, let's try. Is it the boop? No, this is actually, oh, Taran's not a high grade character. This is actually my friend's, the same friend that was in Martinet Nation. He did this one. Whoa, got some traps here. Alright, we can probably check around here. Goes to here. Nice. I haven't really explored this one that much, but I think I know it. I don't know when this was built, but I did not build it. This is not a hard mode character. Okay, so it looks like it's a little monster farm there. What's over here? Oh. Let's go here. Whoa! What the heck? Oh my goodness. I've never seen any of this. What? This is interesting. What does this do? Turns on and off the lights. Oh, there's... Welcome to Spooky Nightclub. I've never seen this before. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Spooky Nightclub. I like. Let's keep the lights on. But here we go. Bam. Looks like NPC prisons. Again, more. What is it? How do these work? Yeah, there it is. You used to be able... Oh, jeez. Just murdering all these dudes. Ooh, probably shouldn't do that. But you used to be able to pick them up and sell them. Yeah, it would give you money. Oh, wow. Jeez. This guy's got as much patience as I do. Put walls and everything here. I don't know if I should continue exploring this one since it's not my build. But I will, because I'm having fun exploring it. By the way, the reason why I have my friend's world here is because he gave me a bunch of worlds for this video, and he gave me a couple of his worlds too that he just didn't realize that were his instead of ones that we worked on together. Oh my god. This is so weird. His builds are always so like, I don't know, like almost like manufactured. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh, there's a railroad station. We can go over there. Ah, jeez, that was close. Let's see where this takes us. Let's have an oh, geez, no. I don't have a... Uh-oh. Okay, so the next... Oh, right, I still have to find Taran's world, which is not the boop. It's not the Great Snoop. Not Martinet Nation. World of Life 2015. The Adventure. That is my adventure map. Creative name, I know. Thank you very much. But I will be not showing this because it will probably not out super soon. I've been working on it for a while, but I've been taking breaks. Something Palooza. Actually, you know what? Let's freaking look at Something Palooza. So Something Palooza is the idea me and my friend also had about making... Oh, geez. Oh, no. Please. I should be on a better character. The idea we also had about making a minigame world, pretty much. So Something Palooza is like, you know how all those amusement parks and theme parks and stuff are always Palooza, like, actually I don't even, yeah, like, I don't know. So I told my friend, when we were naming the world, I was like, well, if we're gonna be making a minigame world, we should have it something Palooza. So then he wrote down something Palooza instead of like Terraria Palooza or Block Palooza or, I don't know, Minecart Palooza or something that I wanted. Oh boy. Yeah, this was meant for a different type of minecart. It was meant for the expert mode minecart. But yeah, so it's like a bunch of mini games, I think, but the thing is, not many of them are mini games. Most of it is just like a weird minecart rail system that doesn't even work with this character. Here, I'll switch characters again. Here we go. Damn it, I still don't have it. Okay, well, whatever. That says poop, I think. I think that says poop. You can tell our humor is very mature, and yep, that's my friend. He wrote poop. I don't know if there's anything else in this world, but have I explored it? Yeah, I think I was flattening it out. Yeah, this was what I was doing when he did that. I was flattening it out, which took forever, and I never finished because I wanted to make this whole world a flat world. And that's something Palooza. Wow, that was interesting. Again, with Taran, we have to find his world, so it's not Roma. Roma's another, well, we can look at Roma, why not? Roma is another one of my friend's worlds that he gave me. This was like his dryad-based world. He had like a skin that looked like a dryad. Go down here. I think this is just a elevator. Yeah, it is. Going down here. I haven't actually searched this world that much. And another one of his famous monster farms. Okay, and down here there's the dude. Looks like, okay, so this probably wasn't one of his most worked on worlds. Anyways, it's not Roma. Loot, that is just a normal ordinary world that I used to get loot, like iron, rock, and other, even like, I think I took all the trees out of it. It's very boring, nothing in there. Flat world, that's something Palooza. You can't rename things, but I got a flat world, and then I was gonna make something Palooza. Again, nothing happened. I just made this. Something Palooza. And I think I made a nice hub area for us to work at. But nothing came of it. We never even worked on it. It's been a very long time, and yeah, no mini games. Still no mini games. Again, still haven't found it. Choo Bang. That's it. I remember now. Choo Bang. That's the world. Oh my god. I think Choo Bang was just me saying Choo Bang one time, and then my friend named it that way. And it really did start off my style, I think. But this is the retro. I went for like a retro look of things. But it is very... There is something to say about like simplistic Terraria. This is interesting. I tried to make every single, what is it? House look different and interesting. But yeah, oh look, this is actually really cool. It's all very simplistic, but it looks like it still keeps the interest through shapes. I guess, the shape of the building. That's interesting. Oh my god. What does this say? Welcome to Startrid Valley. Startrid. I guess that was what I called it, because it's in between two mountains. It is. And this is probably the first one I made, because it's the most obvious, simple one. Guides in. Let us guide you through your journey. In memory of Maxwell. You will live on in my ass. What? I've forgotten so much of this stuff. And I guess that was my guide, and he died. And he lived on through my... I'm so stupid. Here's a library. Yeah. But my style, like this is a really... I like this whole build here. I like all these builds. It's very simplistic, but it's very retro, and I like it a lot. It reminds me of like early days in Terraria, but yet actually looks good. I got some goodie boxes from my friend. Czok was his D&D character, and this was his thing, and we tried to get every single chandelier we found and just put it in this cave. So that's the mine. Not very interesting. And this is my friend's house. And more chandeliers. Oh boy. Right. Oh boy. Oh, I forgot about this. I didn't think I would be... Oh. So, what we like to do is when someone's not on the server, we like to prank them. So, I pranked him by creating a dick by his house. And that was the prank.
Got him!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to be seen by other people. This sign is... Oh god. Jesus. It's alright, I'm not monetized. But yeah, we pranked each other a couple times. But I usually got rid of the weird pranks that he got. But he kept his and turned it into an NPC house. Oh, and this is his house. It looks great, but then there's a giant floating penis right above his house. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry about that. It's also me too. There's no excuse. I did that to him. Here's his farm. And oh jeez. And yeah, that's most of Choo Bang, which is just a nice little spawn area. And then my friend's house with a dick. Alright, well, I think there might be a couple more worlds. Not too sure, but we can search. That is Taran's world. We'll just go into Glaive now. Flat world, Choo Bang, building world, builder's world, a new beginning. I didn't play on this one. I don't think this is my world. What the hell? Let's do it. Let's go on it. Yeah, this is definitely not my world, but I have explored a bit. Oh, wow, okay. Look at this. This is cool. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Yeah, oh, okay. Oh, this is really cool. I really like this. This looks amazing. He based this off of a picture he saw, but he did take some liberties and didn't copy it exactly. But yeah, this looks amazing. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is the one where Drewfire was in it. I saw like a gravestone with his name in it. Oh, that's... Oh, God. Never mind. I'm just gonna pass it. It doesn't need explaining. But yeah, that's really cool looking. I really like that. And then it looks like a giant elevator. Oh God. Nathaniel and his digging fetish. Jesus. I've forgotten about most of this. I didn't play on this world, but I did search it. Like maybe I did look on it. Like I don't know, a while back. Is this? Yeah, Drewfire. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Shout out to him. He's dead in this world. Wow, he flattened this whole thing out. This is interesting. There might be more stuff here, so let's see. So this one goes to that. This one goes to this, okay. This one goes to a mob farm, which is weird because I thought there already was a mob farm, but it looks like there's another one. Oh, no, it's a Old Ones Army farm. Ooh, I wonder how well this works. I don't know. I've never made an Old Ones Army farm before. I usually just die, so let's see this. This looks like some Mappy stuff. I think he probably based it off of Mappy. And then a farm. Okay. So yeah, that's a nice little house, or nice little place too. I think that's all of my worlds. Well, I really do hope you enjoyed through the ridiculousness of my childhood. That's all my worlds. That's all them. This is gonna be a beast to edit. All right, well, I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this tour video. I hope you enjoyed whatever the hell this was. Have a good one. Bye-bye.